possibly go wrong when one of the people on your show is pulling up in what appears to be a tour bus where he has his name fully tattooed across his back, just acting like he is the center of attention? It couldn't possibly go wrong with the egos in this bunch. Yes, that's right, we are talking about Love Island, who I've been reliably told by people very close to me that I care about a lot that I need to take a look at it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, because my God, they couldn't have put a crazier bunch of people that have no business being on a dating show in a group together. So we're going to look at the intro of that today and see what's in store for the season that's already like 3 weeks in. But it's still got a couple weeks left, so we're going to see what it's looking like when I've only watched a couple episodes. So pretty blank slate here, but we'll see what's going on there. We're also going to look at the 90-Day Fiance Hunt for Love, what's coming next week. We're going to get right into that right now. But first, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, share with your friends. I appreciate all the support. Y'all are amazing. I couldn't do it without you. Y'all are great. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. Well, they're finally on a date.
And I'm happy with what I saw.
I bet you are, because she definitely got her own set of flotation devices for them ready to deploy. Well, already kind of deployed, but hey, and she recognizes that.
I feel like I'm floating away at this.
There you go.
See?
See, she knows. She knows.
I did not.
What is Usman doing?
I guess I'm just gonna get my back.
Usman's just awkward. Like, he thinks he's got game, and for some reason, people must gas him up because he really thinks he's got game. But it just comes off as awkward and weird and really, really trying to get a green card, if you will. Yeah.
She just came into the water and go with the whole dress. Like,
that might say something to you, that she doesn't want to, like, get anything less than her dress, you know, on around you. So, I don't know, Usman.
oh, okay. It vibe well.
It does not vibe well. I'm going to catch a cold. Okay. Dirty girl. What the hell's wrong with them? Why does she look... Hold on.
Usman and
Hold on.
are on a date.
Always. Why is she always bug-eyed? Why does Courtney just look like she's always surprised? Like, hey, Courtney, how are you doing this morning? What? What did you say?
Who is Nikki? But all I know is she's blonde from Florida. Like,
okay, why is she even mad? She has no reason to be mad. He's doing the same thing that she's doing, which is trying to make her jealous. She's trying to make him jealous with Colt. So what's the problem here? Oh, it's because it's being done to you. Oh, I got it. Maybe you shouldn't stay drunk as much and stop having your, party sorority girl time, and realize that maybe you want more out of life instead of just being a drunk. Could be.
yes, he has a type. I feel pissed off, like he's acting like weird towards me and like taking another girl on a date. He hasn't asked me on a date.
Good to see you.
hello, guys.
That should tell you everything you need to know. He hasn't asked you on a date. He wants you to be able to come to him and be like, hey, Usman, you want to come to the United States? I got you, buddy. He don't have to do any work.
Hey.
Usman.
Hey, Usman. So, Tiffany.
Ah. Okay, about the most awkward asking of going on a date for someone who's been a part of the show very, very little. It's like the producers realize they have other people here that aren't really being a part of the love connection of the show, and they're like, all right, we're going to need you to take someone on a date because you barely seen this guy.
I'm feeling jealous of the Jay situation.
And it's literally the worst feeling I've had this whole trip.
Okay, so the question for Carlo is going to be, did he all of a sudden decide that he's going to be okay with Tiffany having children? Because if he's not, none of this matters. You can be jealous all you want, but nothing changes the fact that you're okay with it. That's not something you change overnight. You're just jealous, and it's not something you want, which is perfectly fine, but you're just jealous right now. You got to get past that feeling, buddy, because you're going to have to accept a lot of things to be okay with being with Tiffany. You've shown that.
You and Usman get into like a argument?
He yelled at my ass and stormed off because he kept.
That just he yelled at my effing ass and just stormed off. That Usman. Okay, he doesn't have a thick, crazy country accent like that, but I had to put it on a little bit because it sounded like he was trying to cuss, like to emphasize, but it didn't sound right.
Saying the only woman I love here is Courtney.
But then he went on it.
It sounds like a British Nigerian accent of some sort. It's kind of weird. Like, all right, Colt. Look, I don't have the best accents either, but maybe don't.
Yeah, but then he went on
Go on a date with her. I know.
I
think it's looking for the
know.
right time to ask Courtney out on a date.
Okay.
Tonight's the night.
Yeah, because she'll probably say yes. You know why? Because she wants to use you as a prop, Colt. Have you not realized this yet, buddy? Come on. You gotta be smarter than that.
How are you guys feeling this morning?
Oh, they're bringing in the dating coaches to actually do some work where they've been pretty much non existent most of the time. But I don't know. It's probably going to be worse if they're present. Oh,
What's
here's some
happening?
sirens.
Oh,
What's happening here? Oh my gosh.
there's an ambulance over here.
Jesus.
Oh my
Who's
gosh,
that?
are you
Oh my
okay?
God. What the hell? You okay?
What happened?
I'm going to venture to say this is something not that serious. Someone fell, twisted their ankle, something like that. But of course, anytime they can play up the drama, they're absolutely going to. So that's what they're trying to make it seem like someone got really, really hurt. I could be wrong. Someone could have got hurt. I mean, you never know. But probably not going to be that serious. And close and go to the hospital. Oh my goodness. Okay, so if Courtney's crying like that, is it Usman? What happened to Usman? Maybe. So this should be interesting in what plays out for the Hunt for Love. We have a lot more episodes of the Hunt for Love. It's going to continue to be interesting. But they also, we're in like episode, what we just do, 6, I think. So we have like probably, typically these are about 18, we got about 12 more episodes or something like that. So they're going to have to keep the drama high. They're going to have to keep the actual love low because, it doesn't sell that much. I mean, yes, there are people out there who want that. And I think it's nice when you actually see stuff be successful, but people want the drama bad. Like that's what people come for. It's the drama. And they know that. And instead of being like, look, we're going to make a good show. Drama's going to happen because couples have drama, but we're not going to try to fabricate the drama. Nope, they're going to fabricate the drama. So it's going to get crazy as crazy can be, I'm sure, before the end. And we'll probably have some couples that end up together and come back on last resort because it's not working out or something. That's typically, it's the pipeline, if you will. So we'll see how it goes. But let's take a look at the Love Island intro that has just captivated, just really made me think, oh my gosh, I gotta watch this show. Which kind of does, because I'm like, this is interesting and it looks entertaining, but it doesn't scream, there are people going to be successful in love on this show, but none of them really do. Well, that's a nice shot. Look, they have the nice barge. Okay. But okay, what's the people riding a bike? That's nice. So they're trying to hit everyone. Guy on a horse. What's this? What? what? What on earth? What is happening here? All right, they got Cowboy Troy up in here. Yeah, I ain't mad at it. I'm gonna be honest with you. The couple episodes I've watched, yeah, I like this guy. He seems like a good guy. But they're gonna roll in with him on a horse, lip sync into this crazy song for the intro music. Oh, it gets better though. Do some roping or something. Come on. No, we're just gonna immediately start taking off clothes. Yep, that tracks. That definitely tracks. I mean, he looks like he's cowboying it up, so power to him. Oh, okay, sexy car wash. Naturally, because they're all in thongs. All right, fine, by all means. I mean, that's fine. Just put it out there. Everyone's in a thong the whole time. By the way, question. Do you think that if everyone is wearing the skimpiest of skimpy clothes, men and women, that it's going to lend itself to more of a loving, wholesome relationship? Or maybe wholesome is not a good word. A loving and, full of fidelity relationship? Or do you think it's going to lend itself to a lustful and infidelity type relationship? I'm going to vote for the latter. By the way, she disappeared rather quickly. Of course, it's like, I'm going to clean myself with the sponge as I clean this car. Okay, this guy, he looks like, your typical boy band reject. Like he tried out for all the big ones. NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. Didn't make it there. He tried out for the second round of 98 Degrees tryouts. And then when he didn't make it there, he said, you know what? I'm going to show them. I'm going to dance in the Love Island intro, and I'm going to get on that show and make it. I'm going to be something one day. What is up with these suitcases? They should not have made them dance. I don't know what he's doing. What is he doing? Someone tell me what he's doing. I think he calls that dancing. I think that's what he calls it. Okay, not a one can really dance. Now, I say that knowing full well I, myself, cannot dance. But I wouldn't try and pretend. But you know what? They want to be on the show, so the choreographer's like, all right, this is what I need you to do. Go ahead and handle that business. They're like, sure, cameras, I'm good with it. I don't know what what are you doing? All right, Buddha, sure. All right, listen. I know I mentioned this at the beginning, but this guy, I got to point this out because in the first couple episodes, like I said, couple episodes in, this guy has got to be the most, okay, thinking he's suave, thinking he's like God's gift to women guy, thinking he's, while trying to play it as humble and I'm just an introvert. That's all I am. I really am. Like, my God. And people don't see through it. People don't see it. I don't understand. I don't get it. It's like, it's so blatant, it's ridiculous. Hi! I mean, I guess at least he's just happy to be alive, seems like. Ace. I got Ace across my back so everyone knows it's Ace. Okay, this lady's funny because she reminds me of, okay, in Couples Retreat, if you've ever seen that movie, the one guy, the one friend, the black guy, his wife, he was divorced or divorcing or whatever, came back at the end, and she's the one that said, they called me a cougar and a Black Panther. It was pretty funny. Nice. It's a funny movie. But she looks like that girl. It's kind of funny. All I can see is I see that lady when I see her. I don't know the actress's name, though. That's just the way you make me feel. At least she's just doing a little kind of pivot. Nothing crazy. But of course, every woman, it's like they do the back look over the side because they got the thong on. So like, gotta show the butt. Gotta show the butt. And then delivery driver and boy band reject Nick. He's like, I am driving for Uber Eats until I can fund my album or my demo to send to a local agency. And then someone tells him, you know, demos aren't really a thing anymore. What? What have I been doing with my life? Got all those electric bikes, of course. It's like he's trying to act like he's rapping it while a woman's voice is coming out of his lip sync. Sure, Nick, whatever you say, champ. Okay. We're going to go with the I got caught in the what's it called? The sprinklers, and now I'm all wet. Oh my gosh. Okay, do a little dance number in the grass, sure. That's just the way you make me feel. Well, at least he hit it with the, the arms crossed, the little bob. That's what you do when you can't dance. You just hit it with one of them. That's just the way you make me feel. Okay, come on. When this happened and they handed those guys those suitcases and said, play these things like a guitar, did anyone think maybe to say, no? No, of course they didn't want to be rejected from the show. So they're like, sure, I'll play this suitcase like a guitar. I'll do whatever you say with your choreography. And here we are with something that's never going away because the internet is forever. Congratulations. Okay. Apparently, we're dancing in cargo containers because we're delivering the women to Love Island, I guess, or something. You make me feel. Sure. See, every one of them did the I'm gonna walk away, I'm gonna look over my shoulder because I got the thong on. You guys see the butt? Okay, it's hot in here apparently, sure. I don't know what that is. That looked like some kind of crazy sorority dance from the 90s. You know, the yay! Like, I don't know what the hell you're doing. Okay, we know everyone. Oh my gosh. Yay! And of course, Ariana Madix, who is fresh off of someone committing infidelity to her, and so naturally she decides, I'm going to host Love Island, where nobody stays faithful and everyone cheats on everyone. That seems like a good idea after I was on TV talking about how rough it was and everything, which I'm sure it was. So let me just kind of encourage this behavior. Does that match up to you?
The most talked about dating show is back.
Sure.
Bigger, bolder, and ready to bring the heat.
And of course, she's got to have her dance number.
Love Island USA!
Yay! That's just the way you make me feel. Okay, so we're just gonna okay. Ariana and her dance, sure, whatever. All right. So, what do you think about that? It's look, the show is crazy. It's clearly built for drama, which I'm here for. It's all good because I like to see it. And you know what? Hey, they want to walk around the skimpy stuff. By all means, I just don't think it's going to lend itself to a healthy long-term relationship when you're starting off with everything based on lust. So, but they know exactly what they're doing, so it's all good. We'll watch it for the drama. Maybe I'll do a video for it next week and then one the following week because it's only got a couple weeks left anyway, and see where it stands once I catch up. So you let me know what you think because the show is insane. We will see how that all plays out. But before we go, let's check in and see what the relationship status update for Sarper and Shekinah is because, well, they didn't have the best tell-all. They didn't have the best reunion episode. They were fighting. Sarper was kind of, I mean, he was chill. He was just kind of chilling. He actually mellowed out a lot. But Shekinah, you know, she's harsh on Sarper all the time, and then they were kind of after her. So let's see where they stand. So they do a lot of interviews. So Sarper and Shekinah reveal where they stand after explosive tell-all. Despite recently filming a dramatic tell-all episode for TLC's hit reality show, the duo are trying their best to keep their marriage intact. Look, it's never good when they start something with saying they're trying their best to keep their marriage intact. And then she starts it, we're together. I mean, that's not a ringing endorsement. She exclusively shared with Us Weekly at the 10th anniversary event of Juicy Scoop with Heather McDonald. What is this? Juicy Scoop with Heather McDonald? All right. On June 25th, listen, we're a real couple, so we go through real ups and downs. Right now we're up. Tomorrow we might be down. We don't know. Oh, I know. Because if you continue to act the way you've been acting, you're going to be down. No doubt. And poor Sarper. Sarper needs a break. Before stepping out at STK Restaurant in Westwood, California, the couple admitted that they started the day down, but after a few hours, things were back to looking Is this an everyday thing for them? Are they just fighting nonstop? Sarper might as well just go back to Turkey. My God. We're Scorpios, so it makes perfect sense, right? No. I don't care about your astrological sign. If you're going to make it work, you're going to have to work together to make it work. That means you too, Shekinah. We love hard and fight hard. All right. Yeah. Or you can be reasonable and talk about things, communicate. Or you can keep acting like he's the only problem and it's not you. Which he has been in the past. He's had plenty of problems. But at least you need to admit that you've been kind of harsh in a lot of aspects as well. Now that the dust has settled, the pair is trying to focus on positives of their relationship. Well, that's probably what you want to focus on. But our ideal date night is in bed. Okay, well, they clearly like their their intimate time. So good for them. We're doing a hardcore bed rot. We're literally watching our trashiest shows, eating the most disgusting American snacks. Okay, I'm not going to lie. That sounds fantastic. I mean, look, I try to stay away from a bunch of crazy junk food and stuff like that, but I can put away some junk food. Like, my God, if you hand me a piece of cake, you might as well hand me the whole cake. If you hand me a cupcake, you might as well hand me the whole dozen cupcakes because I don't want to stop. One piece of cheesecake? No, give me the cheesecake, the whole thing. So, I get it. The pair agree that they are guilty of watching too much Love After Lockup while enjoying beloved frozen yogurt. All right, well, I mean, that sounds good to me, so hey, I can't knock them. When asked to share what they admire most about each other, both Shekinah and Sarper were quick to praise the other, even if things get a little crazy. I call her evil baby, Sarper said. Sometimes so innocent. Sometimes can be an evil B word. I don't know what I'm dealing with. I love her. Shekinah added, I love his cute little face. He's just such a little baby right now. He can turn very evil very fast. Don't be disguised by his sweet face. Look, Sarper tells everyone he has a temper, like that's nothing new. The problem is that you don't admit you have issues, that you cause problems, that you have anything wrong to do in your relationship. As for where they stand with other couples, perhaps it's safe to describe it as up and down, just like their marriage. We're good with real couples. So that's basically the throuple issue. Sincere real couples, everyone, maybe millions, have fantasies of threesomes. That's a fantasy of people, but after this season, even I don't want one. he's like, I've had fantasies of threesomes, but after seeing them, nope, no more. So they're together, but there was no ringing endorsement. There was no happily ever after. They're still fighting like cats and dogs. It's not long for this world. Eventually, he's going to get fed up, probably go back to Turkey, and Shekinah's going to do whatever Shekinah does, and that's going to be the end of it. Actually, probably they're just gearing up for a turn on Last Resort. My guess, what I've thought from the beginning, is that eventually they're going to end up there with season 3 or whatever, and that wouldn't shock me at all, because they're trying to remain relevant. Maybe Sarper really does want to help with the relationship. I think Shekinah is really trying to remain relevant, but we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. We have another one coming back for Happily Ever After, Gino and Jasmine, who have no business being on the show still, but they are. So here we go with this madness of it all. But make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, share with your friends. We have videos dropping Monday at 5 a.m., Tuesday at 5 a.m., and Thursday at 10 a.m. So keep an eye out for those. And we might have more videos next week because I'm going to be looking at Love Island, try to do a couple videos for that. So keep an eye out for the madness that is every just trashy dating show, plus Bachelor in Paradise, which I'm probably going to drop that one too because it just doesn't get any crazier or trashier than that. And why not? Why not? I will see y'all next time.